I guess I just had a dream of a future that could be.
That could be.
If only.
Hello, welcome to Guides the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
And I'm her little brother, William.
And it was time to dive back into some celebrity ghost stories.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This is fun. This was a show, an actual show where they would bring in celebrities to tell their ghastly, ghoulish, ghostly experiences.
Yes.
Hear any EVPs and soil in their BVDs.
Whoa, good job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so we've got a handful of celebrities
Yeah.
and their encounters that we have now watched to now share with you.
That's right. Will, who did you check out?
Oh, boy. I checked out two of the greats. The front man of Twisted Sister, Dee Snyder,
Yep.
who I know as the mascot of an ice cream shop I used to go to that had a picture of him on the wall having a soft serve.
Would you call him the mascot of the ice cream shop?
Thank you for asking. Yes, I would. There was an ice cream shop with a bizarre name, Emac and Bolio's, and a wonderful summer where I went there every weekend before we went to the movies, and they had a picture of Dee Snyder slurping on a strawberry cone.
This blows my mind because I don't know how Will went there like constantly, and I had absolutely never heard of this place. This is such an insane divide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were off having your own adventures.
I suppose so.
I don't know what they could possibly have been.
I don't know either.
Anyway, Dee Snyder has a story that is both tragic and frightening.
Yeah.
And friend of the show, who has been on the show.
Yes.
In episode 200 of Guide to the Unknown, we sat down for an interview with Tom Arnold.
How crazy. If you don't know what that is, to say we sat down with for an interview with Tom Arnold is like, what are you talking about?
We found out that Mr. Arnold was around.
Right. He was in the area.
He was in the
loose.
air at a horror convention we were at many years ago, many moons ago.
Yeah.
And we got to be in our bonnet that would be funny to pay a celebrity for a clip for the show.
Yeah.
And they told us that Mr. Arnold required $60 in cash.
Yeah.
And so we hurried around the Showboat Casino in Atlantic City.
It was closing soon.
And managed to get Mr. Arnold's money.
Yeah.
And then he hugged us in close and talked to us for like 20 minutes.
Boy, did we get our money's worth.
Did we?
Well,
I got more than I wanted, if I'm being honest.
We thought that he was going to say like, hey guys, listen to Guides the Unknown.
This is Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
Listen to the show.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
What's
very
the show
good.
called? What is it? I don't give a crap.
He talked to us forever.
He put his arms around us.
Yes, he talked to me about sobriety, and we talked about AA briefly, and I don't even remember what else we talked about.
I don't know. But that's the one celebrity we've had on the show.
Yes.
It's Mr. Tom Arnold. And now I know more about him because I've heard him tell his spooky ghost story.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
How about you?
I have Mykelti Williamson, Bubba Gump. And the reason I have him is because I decided to see first of all, Reddit has shockingly little to say about celebrity ghost stories altogether. I feel like
no one cares about this but us.
Insane.
Which is
this
wonderful.
Show is incredible.
We've got the
That's
market
crazy.
cornered on revisiting and enjoying the Celebrity Ghost Stories program.
Yes. How?
I don't know.
This is a great show.
No one else cares.
What are people doing?
I know.
Everybody should be exploding talking about this. This is an amazing show.
Yes,
But so
they're just
I
like
thought-
us. They've seen ghosts.
Yes. So I thought if I Google best celebrity ghost stories Reddit is I think what I Googled. I thought it was going to be bustling with activity. Not really. And a lot of people kept talking about Mykelti Williamson. And I was like, oh, okay. I certainly have to check this out. And the phone call, Mykelti Williamson.
I thought you were going to say someone called you.
The phone call I received.
The phone rang.
Yeah. No, this story involves a phone call.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so I must check this out. So I've got that. And I also have Charisma Carpenter from Buffy and Angel.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
May I quickly point out that you will keep calling Mykelti Williamson Bubba Gump.
Yeah. Isn't that... you're right. You're right. His name isn't Bubba Gump. I'm sorry.
Because he played Bubba
You're right.
in the movie Forrest Gump.
You're right. But they make Bubba Gump shrimp.
Did you think that they were like brothers?
No, I didn't.
I'm Bubba Gump? Like there could be a spinoff?
No, I'm so familiar with the concept of Bubba Gump shrimp.
Yes, that's the real life business.
Yes.
Right.
That's why I'm calling him Bubba Gump. You're right. That's not his name. His name is Bubba something, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know if we know his last name in Forrest Gump.
Bubba was Forrest Gump's friend in Vietnam. You know what? We'll save it for when you talk about his ghost story. I guess I don't need to
also, is there
get into the Forrest lore.
Is there much more to say?
There's some context for people who weren't around in 1995.
I think that most of what you need to know is that he was an actor in Forrest Gump, Oscar-nominated film.
Well, listen, when you bring up Forrest Gump, it gives me things to say.
Okay. All right. That's fine with me.
But I'm going to make you wait. Because
you know what? Let's have you not wait long. Why don't I tell that story first? You can talk your Bubba game, your Bubba Gump game after this commercial break. Don't worry, here it comes, okay? Commercial, then Bubba. It's Bubba time, babe.
All right, so thank you for giving me this space to talk about Bubba.
Absolutely.
I will now talk about Bubba Gump.
Great.
For those of you who don't know, this was huge. 30 years ago, this was enormous.
Yes.
Forrest Gump as a movie, first of all. Mm-hmm. So Forrest goes to Vietnam. He basically
he's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere, and you just didn't realize it.
Right. So forget about Forrest himself is too much to get into. Mm-hmm. He goes to Vietnam and he meets a guy named Bubba. And Bubba, all he wants to do is talk about shrimp.
Yeah.
There's a montage in Forrest Gump.
Like time is passing.
Yes, and he's saying I've made all kinds of shrimp. Peeled shrimp,
little shrimp, big shrimp,
mighty shrimp. They cut. They're scrubbing the floor of the mess hall with toothbrushes. Mm-hmm. Ugly shrimp, brine shrimp. And then they cut and they're outside now, and he's like, shrimp scampi, shrimp dampy. They're just good God.
Yeah.
It's this all of a sudden Dr. Seuss story of all the different kinds of shrimp you can have.
Yes.
And the tragic thing is that they're out in battle, and Bubba gets shot, and Forrest Gump picks him up and is running through the woods carrying him, and then Forrest gets shot in the butt cheek,
right,
and goes, "I think something bit me."
Oh God,
Forrest Gump is horrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen Forrest Gump since I was a kid.
Will you ever see this again?
No way.
This was on TV
all the time,
every channel. 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's
Forrest Gump for 5 years.
I feel like that's the reason I've seen Forrest Gump.
Absolutely correct. But because Forrest loved his friend Bubba, who, spoiler alert, dies, he ends up opening a fishing boat that fishes for shrimp and calling it Bubba Gump.
Right.
And in real life, where we live, this movie was so huge, they started a real life restaurant
in Times Square
called Bubba Gump's that you can go to.
Is Bubba Gump still open?
I'll find out.
No.
Now, Rocco Bodie from the group Mega 64 has gone to Bubba Gump's many times. And
I wouldn't be against it.
You know how
I like shrimp.
You know sometimes you'll go to a restaurant and they'll have a basket of fries and they'll have a fake newspaper in there that everything's resting on. They do that there. And the fake newspaper has headlines about
about Forrest Gump?
Yes. About Forrest Gump's life and times and how his girlfriend died and stuff.
God, it's Jenny.
Yes, but it's that's a bummer. Why when you go to this restaurant are you wanting to see headlines about death and stuff?
That's true.
When you're
I guess it's just fun that it's I saw this in the movie.
Yeah, when you're eating your shrimp and cheese and whatever.
Yeah. So it is still open. Looks right?
Still open.
In Times Square. Is that the one that it automatically brought us to?
Let's see. Yes.
Yeah, on Broadway.
Times Square, and I'm certain there are more.
Yeah,
it's not only there.
No, I know, but that's just the one I'm familiar with.
But yeah, I can't believe that there is in real life a Forrest Gump restaurant.
Must be a good shrimp.
Yeah.
They have merch that says "My mama says I'm special." Oh my God.
I mean, this is.
I would say I feel like this is in poor taste. So Forrest Gump is special needs.
Yes.
You can buy just a shirt that says "My mama says I'm special" for you to drink pitchers of beer and eat fried shrimp.
You can.
This seems messed up.
Yeah. No, this is grim.
I find this dark.
I know people love it. I find this very dark.
Are you a Gumper? Tag us on social media to be featured.
Are you a Gumper? No.
I bet people not everybody. I'm sure some people just don't know this has anything to do with Forrest Gump. Like, I don't know. I bet there are 21-year-olds who are buying a shirt that says "My mama says I'm special" because they're just drunk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No one knows. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think that it's worth taking time out of
my mama does say I'm special.
spending the precious minutes of our program explaining.
You're right. It's important to explain history.
That Mykelti Williamson played this iconic character who is so large he existed outside the movie screen, and you can visit his restaurant.
Honestly, he's myth.
He is myth. He's mythical. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Bubba.
Yeah. You're right. Thank you.
I felt that was important.
Honestly, now that we've done it, I think you're absolutely right. It does go beyond just saying he played Bubba in
when they get married to each other and he takes Forrest's last name.
They could have. They loved each other very much.
They did.
Yeah. Okay. So here's his story. It is a good story. I was like, I can see why this would stick in people's minds.
Okay.
Although the piece that sticks out to me as like especially cool doesn't seem to be the piece that sticks out to other people. The phone call is like, I get it, but there's something else that I really like. Okay. So there's always a little, kind of cold open thing in the beginning where they're talking about stuff. So he says that he's been careful about who he tells this story to because he doesn't want to sound delusional, but it's a fact. It just happened. And now he's opening it up to the TV public, I guess.
Okay.
Then, title card. It says that 10 years before he was... It didn't say this. I wrote this. It says 10 years before he was Bubba Gump.
How many times have you said and written Bubba Gump without realizing that's not his name?
I don't know.
That he's not adopted by Forrest Gump in the movie.
I don't know. I can't think the word Bubba without Gump, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, 10 years before he played Bubba in Forrest Gump, he received a terrifying phone call from his best friend. Okay, now let's listen in to what happened. So, they didn't say that, I said that. So, in the early 80s, he's a struggling actor in LA, and he said that he would go to his mom's house a couple of times a week. So, one day, he called his mom, and she didn't pick up. And the reenactment showed his mom, hear the phone ring, look at the phone. What are you doing? Why are you just cruising?
I'm listening to every word you're saying. I'm just also looking at the menu for Bubba Gumps. I wanted to see
if there's anything you want. Does anything sound good?
I should get this for lunch. No, there are 5 different things called Mama's chicken sandwich, Mama's iced tea. And then there's a Lieutenant Dan sandwich. Bubba doesn't have anything on the menu, but the restaurant is named after him.
I was about to say, I think it's all implied to be Bubba's. I'm glad to see a big zero proof menu. That's nice. Me and Tom Arnold could go there and enjoy some alcohol-free beverages.
You could. You're right.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Is there anything funny or anything else that stands out?
Not a ton.
Because I don't mind. I would like to know what's on the menu. We've done whole episodes of our Netherworld Dispatch Patreon podcast looking at funny-themed restaurants.
I will say, I think it's funny to have Jenny's salmon and shrimp, where there's a headline about her grim death.
Yeah, that could be served on top of a newspaper about how she died.
And Lieutenant Dan's pork ribs and shrimp
also died tragically.
It should be leg of lamb.
William.
He's not a real man.
I know. He loses his leg in the movie.
And then
wait, whose style? Was it Dickie style something?
Dickie.
Oh, Dixie. Okay.
Dickie. My favorite character for Forrest Gump, Little Dickie.
Could be for all I remember.
Forrest's Seafood Feast. This has so much food. Fish and chips.
This is extensive.
Fried shrimp. Seafood hush pups. Fries, coleslaw, tartar sauce, remoulade, whatever you say that.
Yeah.
Cocktail sauce.
I don't love hush pups versus hush puppies.
I know. There's dumb luck coconut shrimp.
Because him surviving some things was just dumb luck.
Shrimper's heaven. Now that should be the Bubba's shrimp overload.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless we get too lazy to go, Ryan and I are supposed to go to the city tomorrow. We're going to go to the Met or...
Will you please go to Bubba
I don't know if they're
Gumps?
anywhere near each other. I'm not sure.
Will you please just take a cab?
Maybe.
It's New Yorkie. On the subway.
Again, so much depends on laziness.
He can get the Run Across America sampler. You can get, I would get this. You can get Mama Gump's garlic bread basket.
Oh, hell yeah. Because putting the word gump before any food is
know.
like not a very...
It's like the sound you make when you're eating.
Yeah. Gulp, 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 gulp. It's not a very like yum sounding word. Although they do have letters in common. Yum and gump both have
Uh-huh. Yum and gump.
Okay.
All right. I feel we're
All
maybe
right.
a little punchy.
Maybe you're right. Okay.
Sorry. All right,
Okay.
the menu's done. Back
All
to
right.
Mykelti Williams. But
Sure.
I would love to see you in some Bubba Gump merchandise. A Bubba Gump hat.
I'm not getting up. My mama says I'm special. That is so messed up.
It should just say, like, I went Bubba Gumps.
I went in Bubba Gumps. It's all very distasteful. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
So the reenactment shows his mom like look at the phone ringing and just being like, no. She sits down to it and just like lets it ring. You're like, what does this mean? So then he's weirded out that his mom didn't pick up the phone because they're just like very close. She does it. It seems like she's just usually home and she would usually pick up. So he goes over there because he's like, why isn't she picking up the phone? And she pops out of the house and meets him up front. And she's like, don't come in here. Go home. Go home. And he's like, why? And she's just like, just listen to me. Just go home. And he's like, okay. So he goes home, but he's weirded out. Then a couple days later, same thing happens. He goes over to the house. She pops out and she's like, nope. Don't come in here. Go home. And he's like, why? Like, what are you talking about? Let me in. She's like, nope, just go home. And even if you see any of your friends, you stay in your car and you just go straight home. Go home. And he's like, what is going on here? And he said he was tempted to, he was like, is somebody in the house? Like, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's like, nope, I'm fine, but you are just going home. And he said that like he was tempted to push past her and go in the house and just make sure everything's okay. But his mom was like a strong character. He said like mama didn't take no mess. And he was like, okay, fine, I'm going to listen to you. But like he was just very, he wasn't at ease with the entire thing, but he decided to just trust her and go home. Then a couple days later, she called him and she was like, can you come over? And he was like, yeah, definitely. So he gets in the car. And he was all nervous and he was like, what has been going on? He's worried about her. And he got over there and he said, you know, kind of in the interim before they tell the story of him getting to the house, he said that he had a lot of friends in his mom's neighborhood, including this guy named Adrian, who was one of his best friends since they were kids, even though he was kind of a hooligan. Like he did. And they show this montage of Adrian doing all this bad stuff, like breaking into a car, stealing from an old person, like doing all this stuff. And Mykelti is like, you know, he would do a bunch of like bad things, but it felt like sometimes something just kind of like, he didn't even necessarily, I don't think he was even saying this in kind of like a ghosty way. I think you could take it that way, but especially because you're watching celebrity ghost stories. He was like, it felt like something just like took over him sometimes. He just did like these bad things. And then afterward, you'd say to him like, hey, why did you do X, Y, Z? And he was just like, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, you know, whatever. So he had this like, you know, core of goodness to him. He was my friend. I didn't agree with everything that he did, obviously. And, you know, I could kind of get through to him and like talk to him like a normal person. But, you know, he was like a very troubled guy. But at the end of the day, he was somebody who I really cared about. So he gets to his mom's house and his mom tells him that Adrian was killed the night before. He was shot by his cousin in the street. And that Adrian had come by recently looking for Mykelti and she saw death on him. The mom saw death on Adrian. And Mykelti explains that his mom and grandma were able to see the spirit of death on people. Like sometimes they would look at somebody and they could just see something that told them that they were going to die soon, that death was going to happen. And the reason that she kept telling Mykelti not to come over and that she didn't pick up the phone when he called and stuff was because she didn't want Mykelti anywhere around it. Like she saw this like death on Adrian.
Okay.
And she was like, I don't want my son anywhere near this. I know that this is his friend. I don't want him coming around. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want this death like getting on Mykelti in any way.
And
so that's why she was acting weird.
Yeah. I wonder if like it's like, all right, I'm sensing that you're gonna die or whatever. I don't know how. Right. So like being around someone who you know is about to die, it's like, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a car crash? Is there going to be so just stay out of that area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. I think that, and also like they didn't really like put
I don't know what it means
fine...
to have death on you.
I don't really know either. It's like the spirit of... They showed it on the show. It's like, Adrian came by and was like, is Mykelti here? And there's like, his eyes are all like black and stuff. And the mom was like, huh?
Yeah, the show doesn't know what to do.
Of course.
With reenactments. It does not.
Sometimes the messages are mixed between what the show is showing you and what the actual person telling the story is saying.
Absolutely.
It wasn't crazy mixed here, but it's hard to say exactly what he was saying. He kept saying they saw death on people.
Interesting.
And it seemed to mean that person is going to die soon.
Maybe
This is what I thought was super interesting about it. I was like, wow. And he's like, my mom has this, has, and my grandma had this. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I might just be very Stephen King-y right now, but that feels like The Shining. And it feels, more specifically, it feels like Dr. Sleep, where grown-up Dan Torrance sees like flies on people when they're going to die or something.
It is like that, I think. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And so Mykelti was, sad, obviously, just altogether because somebody who he cared about died, but also because he seemed to be kind of somebody who was able to get through to Adrian in a way. He was like, oh man, maybe I could have helped change his path. Like maybe if I had seen him, maybe I could have done something that would have prevented him from dying. Not even in like a big spiritual way, but I don't know, just maybe something would have changed if I had been able to see him or whatever. And his mom was like, no, the spirit of death on him was too strong. It was his time. Like there was nothing that you could have done. Like it was happening. So this is where things get crazy. And this is the thing that people online were really talking about. And that I'm just like, I don't know what the hell this is. It's a cool story, but I'm just like, how could this be? So Mykelti goes home and he's obviously super sad, just kind of like wondering what could have been. And he keeps talking about the concept of karma a lot throughout the episode. He's like, maybe this was Adrian's karma because he'd done so many bad things. And I just wish that it could have steered him in a different direction and yada, yada. So the next day, his girlfriend is over and the phone rings and his girlfriend answers and looks totally weirded out by whatever somebody on the phone is saying. And she says to Mykelti that it's a collect call from Adrian. And he thinks it's a prank phone call from a friend or one of his brothers. And he's like grossed out and being like, why would you do that? Ew. But he takes the phone and he hears Adrian's voice going, Mike, help me. You know how to help me. They're trying to take me inside. You've got to help me before they get back. And he says that obviously the reenactment is like, it's showing the actor playing Adrian in like a hellscape being help me, Mike. And he says nobody else called him Mike. Like Adrian was like the only person who called him Mike or whatever. And he says that he hears and it's like all distorted. He hears a sound behind him that sounds like if you're standing next to like a roaring furnace, just this like intense, like fiery sound or whatever. And he says that he hears other people on the line too. Like people are like fighting Adrian or whatever, like pulling him like, ooh, or whatever. And
so I'm gathering that it's hell.
Yes.
And your interpretation of the sense of hell is, give me the phone.
It's my understanding of it, yes.
Who's he calling? Give me the phone.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Hang up that
and he's just like, what is going on? Adrian! Or whatever. Doesn't know what to make of this.
Yeah.
Stunned, obviously. And
good luck with all that.
Backs up. So, eventually the phone call ends. He's just like, or whatever.
Who is this?
Uncle Leo?
Cherry! I know you can hear me. I'm in hell.
So, they eventually the phone goes dead. He's hanging on. He doesn't eventually go like, okay, bye, and hang up. Eventually the phone goes dead. So he tells his girlfriend what happened. They're just both stunned and like, okay, what do I do with that? And remember, this is the early 80s that this happened.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend is like, well, why don't you call the operator and see if they can trace the call? Back to hell.
Yeah, right.
They just don't know what to do with this. So
the call's coming from Satan's lair.
So they call the operator and the operator says that they can't trace it, but since it's a collect call, it should show up on his phone bill and maybe they can get some information from that. But the call doesn't show up on the phone bill.
Oh, okay.
So So what happened? We don't know what happened. It's just a mystery. It's just a mystery. So he ends
but it was
by
a collect call from hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Tom, we oughta baby eats a boy.
What?
You got a prepaid phone call from Hello Mike, I'm Manel. Do you remember that commercial?
No.
There's an old commercial about not being cheap for phone calls or have some prepaid plan or whatever.
Yeah.
And so somebody picks up the phone, they go, hello? And they hear, you've got a prepaid phone call from Tom, we oughta baby eats a boy.
Oh, that's right. I do remember this. Yeah,
and then the guy just hangs up the phone and his wife goes, who is that? He goes, it was Tom.
Yeah.
He had a baby. It's a boy.
I do remember now.
It was like trying to scam because you would call and it would just say your name and then the person you're calling can agree to accept charges for the phone call on your behalf to talk to you.
Yes, but if you get all the information out in that time period that you would say your name, then done deal. You don't have to accept the call.
So my fun joke was that
that is good.
His friend said, it's Adrian, I'm in hell.
That is a good joke.
It's a very sensitive, cool joke.
That is a good joke.
It was Adrian.
Yeah.
He's in hell. Oh, sorry, Bubba Gump.
See, now you're calling him Bubba
sorry,
Gump.
I know.
Yep. So, unanswered questions there. Answered phone call, unanswered question. Who knows? And he ended by saying that the spirit world is very real, karma is very real, but you just have to walk in the light. That's the only protection that we have.
Wow. So he like his thing was like, just don't be Adrian.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's kind of, I mean, he's right.
Yes.
Right? Like, don't.
Mm-hmm. You just got to walk in the light, man.
Just walk in the light because you don't want to go to hell.
Yeah.
Like my friend did.
Who called me from there.
Hell.
Yeah.
Collect.
Yeah.
It's weird that the operator was like, it's a collect. I guess that's where my joke started, is it's weird that they were like, well, I can see it was a collect call.
Yeah, that he called 1-800-COLLECT.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and by the way, just in case you're young enough that you don't know what that means, if I don't know if we explained it.
Phone calls cost money, right? So
right at the time, like back then. So if you didn't have the money to put into like a payphone or whatever, you could dial 1-800-COLLECT and then put in the phone number of the person you were calling, and the charge would go to that person.
Yeah, so
that's
it would
what
end
a collect
up
call
on someone's
is.
bill.
Yeah,
but that's why when you would answer your phone, the recipient would be like, "You have a collect call from Kristen Anderson.
Yeah,
do you want to accept the charges or not?" And I could say no.
Right.
I don't want to pay for this phone call. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
As I often do.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of old technology, a lot of old shows and movies to explain this episode.
Yeah.
Celebrity Ghost Stories is itself an old show. You're not going to get, I don't know, who's a hot young celebrity. You're not going to get...
Jacob Elordi. He's a hot young celebrity.
Who's that?
He just played Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
And he was in some sort of like young people show before that. You know what? I think he was on Euphoria, or is on Euphoria.
Oh, that show. Mm-hmm. Not for me.
Not. I don't want to.
Not to my taste.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
I think it'll be upsetting to me.
Yes. All right. Well, I do hope that you go to Bubba Gump tomorrow.
I doubt I will, to be totally honest. I think we're going to go to our destination and go home.
You're not the kind of person that would just go like, you know what, I'm going to add it to my... But I don't often wish for you to be different than you are.
Yeah.
But I do wish you would go to Bubba Gump's tomorrow.
It's in Times Square. Like I got
your brother on a Thursday.
That's true.
You'd be okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, you're not gonna go.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know you. It ain't happening, everybody. She's not gonna go to Bubba Gump's. We're not gonna get a silly photo of Kristen crying into her hush pups while she reads the Jenny article. Though, boy, do I wish we would.
If only.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to tell you Dee Snyder's story.
Okay, great.
Which in some ways is very simple, and in some ways is very like kind of creepy, but there's closure.
Yes.
I'll put it that way. So, for those of you who do not know who Dee Snyder is, he's the singer of a band called Twisted Sister. It's like a hair metal band.
Yeah.
Right? What's the big Twisted Sister song?
We're not gonna take it.
Oh, very good. Okay. He was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
See no evil, don't just speak no evil.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah.
He also, I did look it up, he did make his own horror movie that...
Ugh. It's disgusting.
You know it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember what it's called.
Strange
That's
Land.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
At one point, I know there's the clip of it where he goes like, I'm gonna scare the dog shit out of you. I'm like, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Not cool. That sounds embarrassing.
Yes.
Anyway, Dee Snyder, again, we went to the same ice cream place. I love the guys, like family. So, okay. All right. Keep it together.
Okay, I'm here.
So, as these stories all begin, he says, I'm not a believer in the paranormal.
Yes, of course.
He favors rational explanations, he says. Now, this is the story. And time is kind of important here. I looked it up. I think that these episodes, this one that I watched, I think was from 2009.
Mm-hmm.
6 years earlier is when this story occurs, which is bizarrely recent for the story that it is.
Yeah.
I feel. To be able to say it on a show and feel comfortable telling the story.
Okay.
In 2003, Dee Snyder's brother-in-law, his wife's brother, Vinny, was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
He was shot in the face on the way to work in Midtown Manhattan.
Man.
Okay. Obviously, in the aftermath of his murder, it's an incredibly upsetting time for everyone. It's everyone, and confusingly, they say that like everyone knows who did it. Everybody knows who did it. But there's not enough sufficient evidence to put the guy away. So there's no closure for this crime whatsoever. And Dee Snyder's wife, Suzette, is really struggling with her brother's death. She is, mourning his loss and upset and wants to find ways to catch the guy. So she is like, her response to her brother's murder is to like kind of go into like this overdrive, no rest, like I've got to do research and try to put together documents and try to find some way to nail the guy.
Yeah, sure.
Which is not healthy.
Yes.
Right? So.
But an understandable response.
Very understandable. But so Dee Snyder and his kids are obviously going through it too, because that was the kid's uncle. He's known the guy his entire life, Dee Snyder, as well. So I guess he was a close friend. It's all horrible. All right.
Yeah.
So shortly after Vinny's death, stuff starts happening in Dee Snyder's house. Pictures just start falling off the walls. And he makes a point. He's like, it's not just like a picture here and there that just kind of fell. He's like, dozens of pictures just fell off the wall. And in the reenactment, they show it's as if like there's an earthquake or something, and all these pictures rattle and slam to the floor.
Yeah.
Also in the reenactment, can you try to describe, how does Dee Snyder look?
So he's this like super skinny guy with like very tight blonde curls and long hair.
Okay. How do you think they did in the reenactment department to get somebody to look like Dee Snyder?
Did they do a wig?
Oh, they did a wig, all right.
Because he's got unusual hair.
Yeah, I hope it's a wig. Here, I'm going to pop this up on the screen. Oh, you know what? It's got to be zoomed out for it to register.
Yeah, they did not nail the hair.
No, it needs to be...
It looks like they got like a glamorous starlet wig.
Yes.
Certainly not his hair.
I was thinking like a Betty Page wig or something. I don't think that's right.
No.
It's not the right color, but it's like got those like, it's like tight curly bangs.
Oh, I couldn't even tell from the picture that that's bangs. I thought that was a hat. That's crazy.
That's bangs, yeah.
That's an insane wig for Dee Snyder. It's not good at all. Yeah, this is just a glamorous Hollywood woman's blonde wig.
Yes. And crazily, Dee Snyder telling the story on the show has his hair back in a ponytail.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, totally.
Have it just be tight blonde hair and then have curls in the bottom of the ponytail. But they put this like 50s like poodle skirt wig on his head.
I kind of think that I had the same critique of whatever the reenactor was wearing for the Bret Michaels episode. I kind of remember saying the same thing where I was like, oh, it's a blonde Hollywood woman wig or something.
Yeah, maybe it's the same wig.
That's funny.
Right? Like maybe it could be.
Could be.
I don't know. But so anyway, that was distracting in the extreme because obviously the rest of the story is pretty emotional and traumatic for all of them.
But it's that person going through it.
Yes. Oh, it's insane. The whole thing is totally crazy.
That's awesome.
All right. So his wife, with all the pictures falling off the walls and just experiencing, I think, familiar kind of house haunting things.
Yeah.
His wife hardcore believes that that's her brother reaching out to her and that he is trying to contact her to say, work harder. We require justice for my murder. So it's pushing her deeper into potentially like unhealthy territory.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So one day Dee Snyder comes home with his wife and his son, Shane. They hear a drum set being played. Shane's mad because he's like, it's my little brother Cody messing with my drums. Of course, Cody walks in from the other room. Oh, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
It's like, not Cody. Oh, okay. It's the ghost. Now, all of this is going on, but Dee Snyder himself, he does not believe that anything paranormal is going on. Remember, he prefers a rational explanation.
Right.
His wife, Suzette, one night, they're together in the bedroom, and she starts talking out loud to her brother as if his ghost can hear her. And she says, quote, "If you can hear me, make something happen with the TV."
Yeah.
And Dee Snyder says, it didn't happen like a few seconds later or whatever. She says, make something happen with the TV. And right in front of his eyes as well, the TV just, boom, turns off.
Oh, man.
And so he's like,
that's
okay.
awesome.
He like doesn't know what to do now.
Yeah.
They hire a psychic. He says, if you're going to go to a psychic, let's go to the best. So they go to the psychic's office. He says, this psychic is not a warm and fuzzy kind of guy. He, in the reenactment, and Dee Snyder says this, he says, he looks away and he holds a pad of paper and a pen. And he's just constantly writing while they're talking and looking away, not looking at what he's writing and everything. It's like very confusing. And he's saying things out loud, the psychic. He's saying things like, the psychic is saying these words. He's saying, move on. I'm happier now. Let it go. And Dee Snyder says his wife is very angry.
Oh.
She's, whether or not she believes that the psychic is a phony baloney or what, it's just not what she was hoping to get as well. So it's like, listen, even if that was Vinny saying those words, that's not the message that she wants. She wants to be chasing justice for her brother's murder.
Right.
And so they're upset. And Dee Snyder even says, and this is harsh, he says, she said that was a pile of BS.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't believe hearing Dee Snyder say something so harsh.
I can't believe it.
I know. The Tutti Frutti almost
creator
fell right
of
out of my cone.
Strangeland.
I'm going to scare the BS out of you. The DS.
The DS, yeah.
So is that what the Nintendo DS stood for? It did have Nintendogs on it.
Yeah, it could be.
All right. So there's a Dee Snyder surprise I wrote. The psychic session. The psychic session was recorded. And Dee Snyder's a nice guy. Seems like a really nice guy. He listens through the tape and he writes down. He transcribes the tape to hand it to her so that she can read the words not through the psychic's voice.
Yeah.
Which he's like, maybe she was responding to like, the guy sucked.
Yeah, right.
But if you take it at face value, here are the words. And it says things like, let it go. There's nothing that you can do. And then there's this phrase, it will all come out in the wash. Which is comforting to her. When she reads the words, she can almost hear it in her brother's cadence.
Yeah.
As opposed to the dude's voice.
That's sweet. He knows his wife so well. He knew that would help.
Incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
And that does allow her to start healing. And especially that phrase, it'll all come out in the wash. Like the story's not done.
Right.
Right. But you don't need to be the one to shoulder all of it right now. That does allow her some comfort. That does allow her to progress through grieving and approach, I guess, you know, that acceptance that people say.
Yeah.
Is the final stage or whatever. But one night they're watching TV after this event, the whole family, they're watching on the couch and Dee Snyder's got his, little wig on. And they hear the sound of someone walking down the hall. The whole family, all four of them turn and see a man walking out like down the hall toward the front door. And Dee Snyder pops up, runs out. There's no one there. They all sort of cross-reference like, what did you see? What did I see?
Yeah.
Okay. They all come to the conclusion it was Vinny. Leaving the house, walking away, like leaving them behind, in a way, which is
maybe to the light.
Yes, he says that was the last time we heard from Vinny in any sort of paranormal way. Shortly after my wife put it behind her, and then he says, "Now, as a believer, there's a quote. I'm going back over the things that I've denied for months. A dozen pictures falling off the walls, the television. I mean, I realize how ridiculously cynical I was being. And I know that the believers, they see it and they recognize it for what it really is." So he's sort of like, he's like
opening up kind of.
Yes, I really came to like Dee Snyder quite a bit, not just for having a shared taste in ice cream.
Not just for being the mascot at your favorite ice cream place.
Emac and Bolio's. Long since closed, rest in peace. Still out there somewhere, just not on Route 1 South by the Regal Cinema.
Of course.
Okay. So anyway, he then says, he goes, now I have to say this, as of that recording, he's saying this on the show. He goes, last August, the guy who was responsible for Vinny's death was arrested.
Oh, good.
And he says, just
It did
like...
all come out in the wash.
Yes, he goes, just like Vinny told her, it all came out in the wash.
Aw.
And that's the conclusion of the story
That's
he tells,
good.
but it got me curious.
Yeah.
So I looked up the crime, and I'm not sure if the timeline made total sense of like when the guy was arrested versus the article I was reading or whatever. But I did find this. Vinny was friends with a guy named Christian Tarantino for a long time. Christian Tarantino was not a good dude. In 1994, during a robbery, Christian Tarantino, killed the driver of an armored truck, and then even killed his own accomplice in that crime because he thought that...
Like loose ends or whatever?
Yeah, he was like, this guy might turn me in.
Yeah.
And then Christian Tarantino, admitted all of this to Vinny. Vinny recorded that conversation, which made him a target.
Right.
There are some conflicting reports that maybe Vinny was going to try to extort, blackmail or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know about that. All I know is that Christian Tarantino hired a hitman to kill Vinny. And then, so in 2013, Tarantino ended up put away for life.
Yeah. All right, good.
There's an article where it's like, it's Dee Snyder and his wife, Suzette, and he's standing beside her while she talks to the cameras about finally receiving justice for this. And it did seem to hopefully bring some sort of, I mean, none of that's ever really done. Oh, for you and me. It was in Central Islip.
Oh,
on
interesting.
Long Island. So I looked it up. I could not find him in their prison lookup thing, but it got me thinking about we have a sister, Karen, who was killed by a drunk driver on Long Island. Yeah. And so I looked up to see if they're in the same jail. I could not figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was like...
it was the Suffolk County.
It was Suffolk.
So I don't know if...
Yeah,
but it's a county, so I don't know if...
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Central Islip is... Yeah.
But it was somewhere in the vague area. But I was like looking in the background of like the photos of them and stuff and trying to see if like we had been there because we were at the... we were at the sentencing. Yeah. But it was very... Same area.
Yeah.
Very weird. But so that was the Dee Snyder story. And, I hope he got some ice cream.
Yeah, I hope so too.
In fact, I hope he's having some right now.
For all we know, he could be.
He's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Well, thank you, William. I will regale you with another story. But first, we must tell you all about patreon.com/GTTUpod. This is where you can go if you would like to support the show. Thank you so much, everybody who already does. And also get some stuff in return, such as our weekly podcast, The Netherworld Dispatch, that lives just for Patreon supporters. Our most recent episode was 247, The Curious Ones, and William's prepared a clip of it right here.
Enjoy.
You've reached Wrinkles the Clown. I'm not here to take your call. Leave me a message, I'll call you back.
Hey, hi.
Will you actually call me back? I hope not. I actually don't want you to. But, hi, Wrinkles. Hope you're doing well, I guess. Okay.
Love you, Wrinkles. Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year, Wrinkles. Goodbye.
Last week, Ripples.
Yeah, Wrinkles and Ripples. What's going on?
So that was the voicemail for Wrinkles the Clown. Obviously, he is. It says, based in Naples, Florida, this clown apparently offers a wide variety of services, like performing at parties and intentionally scaring children.
Oh God, I hope he doesn't call me back. There it is.
I gotta get the muscle memory down for these things. But yeah, that's a clip of the most recent episode of the Netherworld Dispatch. So in that clip, just for context, we were calling scary phone numbers. And that was, of course, obviously, it was Wrinkles the Clown that we called.
I haven't gotten a return phone call.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, which I'm relieved about.
Who wants that?
No, I don't want to hear that rough voice on the other end of the line.
Sorry, you were thinking about my character, Rough Groyce.
I was, and I don't want him either.
No, who wants him around? No. So go check that out. That's on patreon.com/GTTUpod.
Rough Groyce.
Rough Groyce, whatever the hell that could be. And the Netherworld Dispatch comes out every Monday. So pick a tier, sign up, and dive in.
Yep, you also get ad-free episodes of Guides to the Unknown, which is excellent. You get access to our Discord, where we're doing a very fun thing. For the month of January, we have a new channel called Janny Pick a Day, where everybody is invited to post a picture every day of just whatever is going on in your life. Could be selfies, could be anything. And people have been doing it. It's been very fun. It's like our own little Instagram feed just for Guides to the Unknown listeners without ads or anything.
Yeah, totally. Janny
Janny Pick
you
a Day.
love a little
I know I do. I can't help
Freddie
it.
September or what a Krugich.
It's just what occurs to me.
Yeah, it is. For good or bad.
Yep.
Now, I do have a review for us, and it's a lovely blast from the past.
Great.
All right. This is from Kit Kat,
Excellent.
not the candy bar.
We know
titled
Kit Kat.
My Favorite Podcast. This is by far my favorite podcast ever. I was originally introduced to Guide to the Unknown by my friend who sent in a story concerning me. And I had to write in and set the record straight. My introduction to the podcast was Will saying my line, "I am the roommate." I have also written in regarding strange things that have happened to me. Since my introduction to Guide to the Unknown, I managed to catch the live streams until they switched from evening to daytime. Now I listen every Friday, and I watch the YouTube version. I am hoping to catch more lives if I get the chance, and if you do lives at night again. Kristen, you were just messaging me the other day about possibly doing an evening stream at some point in the vague future.
Yes.
It's not impossible.
No, it's not.
5 stars.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kit Kat. Thank you to everybody who's left us reviews. We would love it if you left us a written review like that on Apple Podcasts. And you can leave us a starred review on Spotify or any other podcast app. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And if to close the loop on it all, if you would like to hear the story about Kit Kat's experiences, that's Guide to the Unknown 167, and then the update that Kat sent in themselves in Guide to the Unknown 217.
Awesome. Thank you for finding that.
Absolutely.
Fabulous.
So yeah, thank you all very much. But you know what? I feel like going back to the VIP lounge.
Heading back with the celebs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's do that after this commercial break. All right, you want to hang out with Charisma Carpenter?
Of course I do.
Okay. So here is the deal. She said that she grew up in a beautiful house, but inside it had a threatening energy.
Oh, no.
And she hated to be there alone. Not good. So she said that it was the 70s, and it was a time of experimentation. And her mom was into trying to check in with the other side. So she was holding seances in the house and playing with the Ouija board and stuff like this. Uh-oh. Seems like there were some consequences from that.
Okay.
So
Is this the plot of Exorcist?
actually, a lot of people were commenting and they were like, this feels like the plot of Poltergeist.
Oh, of Poltergeist.
Yeah, something
Oh, okay.
happens later that's pretty poltergeisty.
Actually, now that I said that, I think in The Exorcist, Linda Blair was playing with a Ouija board.
Yes.
And contacted someone named Captain
Howdy.
That is the name of the character Dee Snyder plays in Strangeland.
Oh my God. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, how weird.
That's so strange.
Yeah,
All
fun.
right.
Yeah. So Charisma started having night terrors when she was around 7, and she started getting up in the middle of the night wanting to sleep with her parents because she was so freaked out. And her parents eventually put a cot next to their bed so that she wouldn't actually sleep in the bed with them, because it was just like so frequent that she was getting up in the middle of the night that they were like, all right, we got to find like a little bit of a solution
It's a
here.
life hack.
Yeah, totally. So one night she was sleeping in the room with them when she shot up out of a dead sleep and saw a man wearing a black jacket standing next to the fireplace in their bedroom. Also, cool bedroom.
Hell yeah.
I know. I was like, oh, I want a fireplace in the bedroom. So she woke up her mom and asked who it was, but her mom couldn't see anything. The next story is a little bit confusing. I was like, how did all this happen? So her parents were out and about, she says, and a neighbor saw a figure in the parents' bedroom window from outside in the street where the neighbor was. And then I guess the neighbor knew that the parents were out, so they ran into the house, grabbed Charisma out of bed, and called the cops. So my questions were like, why were the parents out at night and leaving like a 7-year-old Charisma in bed?
Yeah.
Like, how did the neighbors know to go just grab her out of bed? The parents weren't home.
That's really weird.
Whatever.
That entire situation is very unusual.
The whole thing, I don't totally understand.
It was the 70s, I guess. You're just like, I'm going to leave the house and leave my children in there.
I guess, and just maybe tell the neighbor, keep an eye out. I don't know. But
Yeah.
this is what was presented happened.
Very well.
So they called the cops. The cops came in and didn't find anybody. And Charisma said that it felt like this figure that she kept seeing in the house was drawn to her, and it freaked her out. And it was just like this unsettling thing that was going on in the house. Things really escalate from here, and this is, I think, the thing that everybody in the comments was like, her story just sounds like Poltergeist. Is she sure that this isn't just like from the plot of Poltergeist or whatever?
Her steak started crawling across the counter.
It was the damnedest. So one night, she wakes up in the middle of the night in her own room, and there is a swirling vortex in the wall, right? A major escalation.
That's a huge step up from some guy.
Yes. But the guy is inside the vortex.
Who also sounds like Reverend Kane from Poltergeist 2.
Well, they show the guy.
Die in there.
You're gonna die. They show the guy in the reenactments, obviously, and it's like, I don't know, like a bearded guy.
Oh, okay.
I think he had a hat, so he doesn't look like Reverend Kane.
Sandy?
Maybe. And wearing like a black, is it leather jacket? Doesn't really matter. Just an ambiguous, like, dark guy or whatever, in shadow. And so it's a swirling vortex in the wall across from her and like creating a wind tunnel in her room. And there's a dark figure in the center of the tunnel, and she presumes it to be the same figure that she keeps seeing everywhere. And she is naturally freaked out and she wants to get out of there, but she said she's afraid to move and get sucked into the vortex. However, eventually she gets out of bed and like hugs the wall to get to her door and then run to her parents' room.
Huh.
And she said that she felt like whatever was in that vortex wanted to suck her life force. Like there was a parasitic energy that wanted to suck all the goodness from her. And her mom believed that she must have brought that energy into the house by doing seances and using the Ouija board. And that's basically it for the Celebrity Ghost Stories episode.
Oh, okay.
It kind of caps there where Charisma says, like, you know, she thinks there are bad energies out there that are drawn to children because they're innocent and open and it makes them susceptible. And there's no resolution. I was like, so was the house just like this forever? What's the deal? So then I went, Googling around a little bit.
Vortex opens behind her in the episode. See what I have to deal with? It's still with me.
Can you believe? I was like, how do they just leave it like this? This is crazy. So, there is this show that's kind of a continuation of Celebrity Ghost Stories called The Haunting of ...
Right. Okay.
And then they'll dive deeper into these stories. Now, it's years later. I don't think that they left it unfinished like this because they were like, and we'll be picking up later with The Haunting of.
Sure.
I think this was they just left it. And then years later, like The Haunting of kind of like goes mining for celebrities who are willing to.
Was Billy Crystal on that? Why do I have an image?
I can't imagine.
I'm seeing like a psychic image of Billy Crystal sitting in one of those celebrity chairs.
I don't think
continue.
so.
Yeah,
I can't imagine Kim Russo and Billy Crystal being in the same room. I hope so. I want you to be right, but I don't think so. He's like too high caliber. But anyway, there ended up being. Is there? No. Okay.
I guess I just had a dream of a future that could be.
That could be.
If only.
So there was this show called The Haunting of with Kim Russo, psychic medium, who would take these celebrities who had these experiences and then go to the site of that experience with them and like psychically feel what happened there and talk to them, talk to family members and try to suss things out.
Okay.
So I went to the episode where Kim Russo goes to the house with Charisma Carpenter. It is a bummer, man. It's creepy stuff. Like, the spirit was a man who was like,
oh no.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
You can imagine.
Yeah, I can. I didn't know.
But and it's also not even terribly resolved there.
Oh.
I didn't even watch the whole thing.
It sounds awful.
It was awful. I skipped around a little bit and I was like, I don't want to get into this.
Yeah.
But the mom was very apologetic for opening these portals by doing seances and stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem, they moved eventually, basically. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to get what I'm looking for here. But just so you know, there is a follow-up.
I'm confused. I thought the mom blamed Charisma Carpenter for playing with a Ouija board.
No, the mom was playing with the Ouija board.
Oh, she blamed herself.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that all sounds like it. Yeah. Well, I guess that's another thing about like ghost stories and stuff is that sometimes they are symptomatic of some other darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. So that's that.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, now I have to talk about Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be whiplash inducing.
You're going to bring us right back up.
Now I just have to.
I know it.
I have to go from that like bummer darkness to then be like, remember Tom Arnold? How funny it is that we met Tom Arnold, and now I'm watching a show, a Tom Arnold clip.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, here I go.
Yep. I knew that he'd be the perfect capper.
Time for
He's the closer.
Mr. Arnold.
Remember
Yes,
there
he
was
is.
that show with, I think, Kira Sedgwick where she was the closer?
Right.
He's the real life closer.
Reboot of the closer with Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
He does do stand-up still, so
Yes.
he's the closer. He's
We
the main
follow
act.
him on the Guide to the Unknown Instagram, and when it's not posts about Ethan Slater, sometimes it's posts about Tom Arnold that I see.
That explains a lot, because yes, I was like, why do I see so much Tom Arnold? Yes,
Yeah.
it's Guide to the Unknown. It is. Yeah, he's got some special right now about being divorced.
Roseanne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He has been dining out on Roseanne for what?
Does he need to?
I can't imagine.
He's Mr. Arnold.
Absolutely. Did he talk about Roseanne when you saw him do stand-up?
Probably. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
actually, yes, he did.
He showed
his
scar,
ass.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He. Wow. I like forgot how much Tom Arnold is there in my life. My Tom Arnold levels are very high. When I go to the doctor and they check my Tom Arnold levels,
Off the charts.
they are like amazed. I forgot about that. Allie and I, to be a long story that I'll try to tell briefly. Allie and I were newly dating. And Kristen, for my birthday, I straight up think Allie and I started dating in September. My birthday was November. I literally think that we'd been dating for 2 months. Kristen, for my birthday, gives me an envelope and says, this is a surprise. Here's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Go into New Brunswick. You're going to want to be like, park in this garage.
Yeah.
Okay. And then open the envelope there. Oh, and you're going to want to dress up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've never been a dress up kind of guy. What do you mean dress up? And you're like, just dress like, I don't know, button down shirt, like that kind of thing. Like, just try to dress like you're going to a wedding almost, I think you said.
No way. I wouldn't want to make you.
That's how we did dress. That's how we did dress. So, now I'm with Allie. We park at the top of the parking garage. I remember it vividly. I open it, and it's 2 tickets to see Tom Arnold at the Stress Factory. And it's a comedy club. Isn't it?
Yes.
And we go in. The only place to sit is front and center. And so Allie and I are like basically like knees against the stage. Mm-hmm. And before, I don't know if they still do this at the Stress Factory. I bet they do.
I bet they do.
They would, first they'd play a montage of babies vomiting on people.
That I don't remember.
Because it's so funny. It's like America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
But then somebody would have like a camera and they would zoom in on the crowd and like zoom in on some guy and like, be like, look at Curly Head or whatever.
Curly head.
That's why I stopped doing stand-up.
Yeah.
But so they would like zoom in on the audience and try to write little captions on a screen to make fun of them. And then they catch me and Allie looking like we're going to prom, jammed up against the stage, and it zooms in on us. And you can see the little blinking cursor, and I can like hear the person thinking of what to write. And it takes a little too long, and then just all of a sudden it just goes Dumb and Dumber. And then the camera just whips away. They couldn't think of anything to say. They had nothing on the couple who dresses up to see Tom Arnold.
I wouldn't have you dress up if I could do it again.
Dumb and Dumber. Well, it worked. You got us. But then Mr. Arnold came out, and he's like right in front of us, larger than life.
Yep.
And yes, he was talking about Roseanne, and I think she stabbed him with a fork or I don't know if it was just a knife. I don't know.
Remember.
And he goes, "You want to see the scar? It's right here, right here." And he pulls his pants down right in front of us, so we can see some hock. Ham hock.
Hot ham hock.
Hot ham hock. Dinner
Live
and a show.
in person.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was
Yeah. I love you, brother.
and that was the night I asked her to marry me. And then flash forward, you and I are handing $60 to Mr. Arnold
Yes.
for him to talk to us way too long.
Yep.
Which I do want to say was also very nice
Yes.
and very pleasant and very charitable with his time.
He was very kind.
for two schmoes he doesn't know. He was just kicking back to have fun. It was very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
is worth saying.
I think he's a chatter.
He is. I think he is a chatter.
Yeah.
And he does seem like a very nice person
Yeah,
who
he
tries
did.
hard and tries to be there for his kids a lot.
Definitely.
I see on our
Yes,
Instagram
me
feed
too.
because we do follow Mr. Arnold. So all my belly aching and my Tom Arnold levels are too high. That's
Yeah.
okay. He's
Yeah.
a nice guy.
Yes.
And he was pretty good in True Lies.
Oh, yeah. True Lies is great.
Yeah.
Now that's a film.
Yep. And he was all right. It was, well,
What movie are you thinking of?
it was okay when you see him in that Freddy movie. I think it's Freddy's Dead.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare
We'll
on
get
Elm
there. I don't
Street.
even know if I've seen this yet.
6 or I think it's 6.
Okay.
He's in it with Roseanne.
Oh, God. Okay.
And his line is, "Don't talk to the children. You know they bring him." It's like bad. And
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, he's also in
So that means we'll be seeing him again when we on the way to the Convergence.
the 2030 Convergence.
The 2030 Convergence.
But he's also in Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th.
That's right.
where he plays basically Doofy.
Oh, no.
Right. I don't remember what his name is.
Oh, dear.
It's probably Duty or something.
Dinky.
Dinky. Yeah. Dinky's great. Officer Dinky. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, Officer Dinky. Okay. All right. So now we're primed for Mr. Arnold.
And what I tell you, we're back up.
We're back up. We're back up. So Mr. Arnold grew up in an old colonial house in Iowa. All right. He was the oldest of several siblings. And the house where he grew up was an old house that he describes as having been built around a pipe organ.
Okay.
There used to be a church next door, long since closed. And they say that there was this woman who played the pipe organ so obsessively, it was almost like playing the pipe organ was her religion. She didn't play it for the church. She played it to play the pipe organ. And the church was there to hear her. That's how he sort of describes it.
Yeah.
When she died, they moved the pipe organ to the house next door, where it takes up 2 stories.
Oh, my God.
It was
That's
on the
awesome.
2nd floor landing, and the pipes of the pipe organ go up to the 3rd floor. It is this tall, crazy musical instrument
Cool.
that Mr. Arnold also describes as being so complicated. It's not like having a piano. It's
Yeah.
not like you would walk up to and just start playing it. There's like, you have to run air through the pipes. Like it's a complicated piece of machinery that you need to understand
Yeah.
to know how to play it at all. And he says that he was told never to touch it, leave it alone. It's like this antique thing. He was a rebellious, kid growing up in that house. He had a stepmother who he describes as not loving him, and especially not loving him as much as she loved the pipe organ. All right. So he says, quote, "I got my revenge by abusing it." The pipe
Nice.
organ. Yeah.
Nice.
Which was a mistake, as it turned out. So one night, after the bars closed, he brought his friends over to his house. He says, quote, he's talking about like how kids can be crazy and, being crazy kids doing damage or whatever. And he goes, but crazy kids with a pipe organ? That was Tom Arnold. Which makes me wonder if he was working on Tom Arnold as a verb for a while.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Or like a state of being.
Well, I guess in the whatever 80s or 90s, they did have a run of like, he's like a bad boy,
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess it's
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know.
that's Tom Arnold being bad.
Being bad. So he describes that they're pounding on it. They're spilling beer on it. They're trying to play it.
She's going to be pissed.
Yeah. And he describes the mechanisms of this thing. I don't understand a pipe organ at all, but there needs to be air running through the pipes of the pipe organ. And
They
he says,
farting into the pipe organ and stuff.
now that's Tom Arnold.
That's Tom Arnold.
If anyone's farting into
Yeah.
a pipe organ, he's at the top of my list of celebrities
Yeah.
to guess.
Yeah.
Who farted in my pipe organ?
Yeah.
And every time
Main
you play,
suspect.
it makes little farting
Yeah.
sounds and poofs of green gas out the top. Someone's playing the pipe organ.
Oh, God.
Okay. But he says that when you're running the air through it to get it ready, it sounds like breathing,
Oh, cool.
which is very spooky.
Yes.
So his friends and he beat up the pipe organ. I don't know to what extent or whatever. In the reenactment, they certainly they have a pipe organ for the reenactments, but they're not going to damage it because they clearly they like rented it for the day.
Yeah, of course.
So they're very ginger with it. His dad makes it clear to Tom Arnold, Mr. Arnold, that he will be living in the street if he ever messes with the pipe organ again.
Yeah.
And I think that's more of a symptom of like Tom's bad behavior in general.
Sure,
right?
sure.
So the next night, Mr. Arnold goes to bed. When all of a sudden he hears the sound of breathing. The breathing of the pipe organ. And it's almost like taking a deep breath in a sense. Like, and then he hears someone slamming on the keys. Whoom! And it like jolts him straight up out of bed. And in the reenactments too, it sounds like Carnival of Souls. Like it sounds like playing like that scary old organ in horror movies from a million years ago. And he assumes obviously that it's his parents getting back at him for having made so much noise. He woke them up that night that he and his friends beat up the pipe organ. They like caught him. But of course he goes to his parents' room and they're sound asleep. It happens again the next night, and the next night, and the next night, and the week after that. And then finally, he's even home alone one night. And again, he hears the pipe organ take in that breath and whong. So he is certain that something is going on. So he starts to be concerned that it's the ghost of the old woman.
Yeah.
Her name was Elsie, apparently. She had played the pipe organ for 60 years, had no family, no ritual but the pipe organ. It was even built for her, he says. And then they show in the reenactment an old woman playing the pipe organ, and they play the theme from the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, weird.
In Celebrity Ghost Stories.
That's strange.
Which absolutely does not seem like they should be doing that unless that theme predates even the Haunted Mansion. Dun, 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 dun. It's just Disney music.
Huh, weird.
I don't know. Maybe this is like a Disney-owned I don't know what Celebrity Ghost Stories was originally on, if there was some loophole of rights or what, but I was very surprised to hear it.
It was on A&E.
I have no idea. I have no idea. So one night, because he's constantly hearing this, almost every single night it wakes him up now, he comes out into the hall and he sees his dad staring at the pipe organ, just standing in the hallway, just staring at it.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah. And they lock eyes. And I don't think they say a word to each other. It's all kept very vague here. Tom Arnold says, confusingly, he's like, I only looked my dad in the eyes like a handful of times in my life. So I do think it was implying that there was some sort of a shared moment between them there, that his dad was also hearing sounds and was confused by what was going on. There was an unspoken thing. I'm gathering this, at least myself. Hearing Mr. Arnold's words, I'm now intuiting the intent that they're having this shared unspoken moment of clarity between each other about the importance of this pipe organ and the supernatural experience that's happening from it. So Tom Arnold decides that they've got to make it right in some way. One of his brothers is going to get married in the house. And obviously you got to have someone play that pipe organ. It's too cool.
Totally.
So he says they hire an old man who was one of the original congregates from the church, one of the few people remaining.
That seems like it would make the organ lady happy.
It does. He says that the old man gets very emotional and is like, and this is where I was like, did
his tears fall on the organ and purify it?
The tears of an organist.
Yeah.
I think that the producers of Celebrity Ghost Stories asked Mr. Arnold to stretch. This takes quite some time for him to be like, so he came in and he's looking at the pipe organ and he's, he's caressing it. And,
do you think they need to ask him to stretch? Remember, we thought that we were going to get like, hey, I'm Tom Arnold. Listen to Guys You Know. We talked to him for 20-something minutes. So I don't know if that was necessary.
Mr. Arnold, he maybe was just looking down the barrel of that lens thinking this is for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to take my time here.
Yeah.
So he really makes a meal out of this old man seeing a pipe organ for a while. But then he starts to tickle those ivories. And boy, the old man's quite joyful. There's really nothing to that whatsoever, nor do I understand why that is soothing the ghost. I guess just to hear it played properly?
Yeah, I guess.
But he says that was the last time we had trouble with that pipe organ. He said, in a way, I owe Elsie a big thanks because it made us closer. Because we believed each other, which again is an extrapolation because he never really said that.
Yeah.
And then he concludes his story thusly. Never laid a finger. Nothing. I still don't and never will touch a pipe organ.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, perhaps I won't either.
I'm about to say, I think I'm in the same boat.
Out of solidarity with Mr. Arnold,
Yeah.
I too will never touch a pipe organ.
This is the Guides to the Unknown promise. We will never lay a finger on a pipe organ.
Mr. Arnold, this is for you.
Yeah, we're with you.
So that's the Arnold
And I think
story.
that's important to say here and now.
Yes, sometimes we need to affirm it.
Yes.
Make it clear.
Yeah.
But so that was Mr. Arnold's story.
Excellent.
It had some cool, spooky pipe organ
Yeah.
music for sure. That was enjoyable.
That sounds pretty
and boy,
good.
his hair was spiky and
Yeah, I know. I saw the screenshot. Yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Again, I'd like to reaffirm Mr. Arnold seems like a very nice man.
Definitely.
A larger-than-life figure.
Yeah.
Humorously so.
Yes, big personality.
And I enjoy him.
Yes, as do I. I'm glad that we
honestly.
met.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
So there you go. Some more celebrity ghost stories entered into the vault of the Guide to the Unknown archive.
Yeah, that's right.
The vault of the archive?
Well,
Well, whatever.
anyway, we hope you enjoyed them wherever they may rest. And we'll be back next week with some other things to go into the vaults of the archive.
If anything, I think an archive could be in a vault.
Yeah, I guess, yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
And we have that.
Yeah. Well, you can go to patreon.com/GTTUpod. That's also some sort of receptacle. We also have our website, scaryfun.fun. That's
Yes.
got all of our things there as well. You can also follow us on social media. We are at GTTUpod, and you can follow us individually as well. I am at Chillin' Kristen.
I'm at The Myth Traveler. He's probably at Tom Arnold,
Yeah, I think so.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week to talk about something else. Always spooky. But until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the netherworld go we. I think I said world weird. World.
World.
Back to the
Netherworld.
netherworld go we. Eep, eep, eep.
Your alien form is coming
Oh
to the forefront.
no!
No, they know. Your true essence.
Yes.